always a pleasure doing business with you.
When do we start getting our shipments?
Soon enough. We're still acquiring the equipment we need for mass production. For now, consider this a test drive.
When will we know that you have more?
Believe me, you'll know. Don't go spending it all in one place. Hello? Someone there? If I find out that someone's out there playing Peepin' Tom, then someone is gonna have a bad night. And it ain't gonna be me! I don't like having my business spied on. Must have been the damn wind. I'm getting jumpy over nothing.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm nothing.
Who the?
And I'm definitely a lot more powerful than the wind.
CBW Productions presents Green Arrow, Year 1. Produced by CBW. Written by Wyatt Bowden. Edited by Joseph E.W.
Still no assistant, I see. That's not a good sign.
Come on in, Thea.
Mr. Mayor?
Please, Thea. I've known you since you were in diapers. Call me Bill.
Uh-huh. What's so urgent that this couldn't wait, Malcolm? Why is the mayor here?
Well, technically, I've always been here.
What?
What Bill means is that he has been an integral part of Operation Ouroboros since its inception. Just silently.
Did you never wonder why the authorities have never once interfered with all the questionable shipments or the various experiments that have been run in the seedier parts of the city?
Why am I only learning of this now?
As you can no doubt understand, Thea, given my public image and how fickle voters can be on certain issues, I can't exactly be seen associating with such a radical social experiment, no matter how much I believe in its value to the city's future.
I get that, sir. I'm asking, why am I, the other half of this partnership, only finding out about this now in the dead of night?
There has been a, shall we say, a delicate new development? Show Thea your hands.
What happened?
That damn vigilante happened. He attacked my security like a mad dog, then came right for me. He probably would have done worse if something hadn't come up to distract him.
Why would the vigilante target you?
Well, see, he just sort of...
It doesn't matter why. The important thing is that our friend is all right, and he's come to us asking for help.
What kind of help?
I need additional protection from that animal.
You think he'll try again?
I don't know what to think. What I do know is that if you want for things to continue going along as smoothly as they have been, then it would behoove you to keep me in good condition to do so.
I really can't keep myself from wondering what has you...
Of course we can get you protection, Bill. I will see to it personally. Even as I speak, I have plans in motion to hinder further interference from the Vigilante.
You do?
Oh, thank God. I tell you, Malcolm, I don't know if I could have slept tonight knowing he's out there running amok on everything we've been building towards.
Rest assured, it will be handled. Your sleep will be unencumbered.
This still doesn't explain why I'm here.
Now that we are moving into the next stage of this operation, I needed Bill to look into something for me overseas. He's got connections up the governmental chain and was able to get us access to the international ports.
What's overseas?
I used to have a contact in northern China that supplied us with the ingredients we needed to make our Viper.
Malcolm, if you don't mind, could you please not use anything specifically by name? Plausible deniability and all that.
Of course. My contact was a vital piece of keeping the supply in ample stock for both experimentation and augmentation. Sometime earlier this year, however, they went radio silent, and I was no longer receiving any more shipments.
Are we running low?
We have plenty of the original stock, but the new additive we recently started using is in short supply. My contact once told me that its potency was because it came directly from the source of our formula, a rare blue poppy flower that only grows somewhere untouched in the North China Sea. She was the only one who knew where, and given the success of our new additive in the experimentation process, I needed Bill here to see if he could find out what I was looking for and where it was located.
Did you?
I did. It took a while.
Only 4 months and 6 days. But hey, who's counting?
Looking for rare things takes time, Malcolm. Time and resources.
I think I have given you plenty of resources over the years.
But luckily for you, I found exactly what you needed. When the Vigilante came, I thought he was coming for this flash drive. I was worried he might destroy what I had on my computer or confiscate it before I was able to get this to you.
Luckily for you, that did not happen. Otherwise, well, no point wondering about what ifs. Thank you for all your help, Bill.
You're very welcome. Oh, now, if you don't mind, I'm going to head home and ice these hands. They ache like the devil.
Were you ever gonna tell me that the mayor was involved?
Thea, I know you're upset.
What other secrets have you been keeping from me?
Do you really want me to answer that?
No. I suppose I don't.
I apologize for keeping you in the dark about certain things, but you're in the know now. Does it really matter that you weren't previously?
It matters when I'm starting to wonder just who it is I'm really working with. What do you even want me to do with this flash drive?
I want you to verify its contents. Make sure he did indeed find what we're looking for.
You don't trust the mayor?
He's a politician, Thea. A helpful one at times, but still a self-serving leech looking out for his own personal gain.
Okay, I get it. Does he even really understand what you're planning to do?
I'm sure he understands what he wants to. Most men in his position often do.
Why can't you do this yourself?
Because, as the other half of this partnership, I thought I could lean on you for assistance when I was otherwise preoccupied with other issues.
You mean the Vigilante?
I mean, I have other priorities demanding my attention.
All right. Whatever you say. I'll look into this tomorrow.
Excellent. You may run along now and get on with the rest of your night. I apologize for interrupting it.
Malcolm,
Yes?
this is starting to get dicey.
This was always going to get more risky as time went on, Thea. I assumed you knew that. Her fire and compassion reminds me so much of Moira. She definitely has her mother's obstinacy, but I'm sure she'll come around. It's all coming together after working so hard for so long, my love. I know neither you nor Tommy would approve of my methods. You definitely were the bleeding heart of this family, but maybe if something had been done about this city's true affliction sooner, then maybe you'd still be here. Maybe we could have saved Tommy from getting on that damn boat. Yes, Mr. Diaz, what is it? I hope... What happened?
Whoa, man, where's the fire?
He slaughtered them, John!
What?
He butchered those officers, then left them there to die!
Oliver, you need to calm down and start at the beginning. Who killed those officers?
The other Archer killed them.
So he killed them and Regan? Why go through all that trouble?
There was a message left under the living room rug. It said, "You have failed this city." Written in their blood.
Oh, God.
He's taunting me, John. He's leaving these bodies all over town, trying to goad me into some kind of confrontation.
Well, don't let this guy get inside your head, man. If you start second-guessing yourself, you'll just play right into this game he's trying to trap you in.
I know. I just can't help but be upset thinking this is my fault.
You didn't kill him, did you?
No. But he wouldn't have killed them if not to send me a message.
Maybe, maybe not. But blaming yourself for another man's evil isn't going to do anything other than blindside you from doing whatever we need to find this sicko and stop him before he kills more people.
I suppose you're right. I just need to remain vigilant and hope he trips up.
In the meantime, I found out how Diaz got free.
I could use some form of good news.
The night Diaz was arrested, CCTV caught the squad car he got hauled off in going into this alleyway off of Amel Avenue. 5 minutes later...
There's Diaz, just walking off like nothing happened. Great.
Remember, you're the one who called it good news.
Did you identify the car?
I ran the number on the side. It's registered to Julio Alvarez, officer at 10 years on the force.
Do we know where I can find Mr. Alvarez?
He tends to frequent the Ace of Spades nightclub after his shift ends.
Wonderful. I need something to hit.
You want some backup?
I'll be fine. For now, I need you monitoring the police bands and the local news in case the other Archer makes another move. If I need anything, I'll have Dinah meet me. Where is Dinah? When I left, she was down here helping you.
She had something come up.
John, did Dinah go after Diaz at the docks after I explicitly said not to?
Well, she might have. Honestly, she didn't really tell me where she was going.
Okay, then let me ask you, knowing what you do with Dinah and how she acts, is it possible that she probably went AWOL and did the one thing I asked her not to do?
Look, man, I don't want to get into the middle of this thing between you and her.
Diggle!
She probably did.
Of all the stupid, irresponsible...
Can you really blame her, though? We all joined up with you to try and make a difference by stopping those doing ill to others. You both saw someone doing something horrible, something that's been affecting this city for months, and you asked her to sit back and let it happen?
Only for now! I wanted to let it be until we knew exactly what kind of danger we would be heading into.
Well, sometimes letting things stay bad only makes things worse. Especially if you know you were capable of stopping it, but were told to just sit on your butt and do nothing.
What's this really about, John? Because it feels like it isn't Dinah or her choices.
I am a trained United States Marine, Oliver. I should already be out there helping you, not hanging back and doing grunt work while you run out there half-cocked and unfocused by yourself.
Trained soldier or not, This crusade is a war that none of us were ever prepared to face.
You seem pretty prepared.
You only think that because you don't know what I had to endure to be this prepared. You don't know every thought that goes into my head when I head into the field. Every plan and every contingency plan to counter that if something goes wrong.
I had to make plenty of choices like that in Afghanistan.
Yes, but that was then. You're a former soldier, John. Meaning as prepared as you feel, you need to relearn the way of the battlefield before I even think about putting you out there in harm's way.
I should still be doing more than just sitting back and monitoring the board.
You will. But for now, this is more than enough.
What's up?
It's Gina. Captain?
Are you near a TV?
Yes.
Turn on the local news now.
This just in. We have received an anonymous report stating that the incident at Berlanti Towers was in fact a gruesome murder scene. This brutal slaying has reportedly claimed the life of real estate tycoon Vincent Reagan along with all of his security detail.
This isn't good.
You think?
Prior to his death, Mr. Reagan was in the process of developing the Looking Glass, a new low-income community where, and I am quoting the recently deceased directly, even the most troubled, down-on-their-luck individual can find solace in their own private wonderland. One can only assume all of his projects will now be on hold until assets can be reassessed or sold.
Prior to that, Mr. Reagan had been targeted by the mysterious hooded vigilante. When asked to confirm whether this was in fact a follow-up to that attack, the source only said that this was not the same guy. But given the amount of black arrows left at the scene, that the perpetrator was also an archer.
This really isn't good.
Many police have already declined to confirm our source's claims. Police Captain Gina McKenna, who was seen entering and leaving the scene, was also unavailable to comment at this time.
Oh, I was available. They just didn't like what I had to say.
With only unconfirmed sources at our disposal, complete avoidance of this topic from our police force, and now potentially 2 vigilantes running around our city, we at Channel 52 can only wonder how much further this could possibly escalate.
This is a media circus disaster.
Who could have possibly spoken out about this?
I have no idea, but I've already got the commissioner up my ass wanting details about the other archer. Details I can't even begin to give because there isn't too much to tell.
He didn't leave anything behind?
Not a damn thing. Even if he did, it would probably be too covered in blood for us to find it.
Maybe he could have left something at the apartment.
Oh God, the commissioner doesn't even know about that yet. He wants me to make a statement to the press reassuring public safety. That's not going to mean shit once the news about those dead officers breaks. How can we keep the public safe if we can't even protect ourselves?
I'll look into who could have went public about Regan. See if we can't stop this leak at the source before it happens again.
Okay, sounds good. But how exactly are you...
So, what's the plan?
You have something to conceal your identity?
I mean, I'm sure I could find something. Why?
You want some field training?
Absolutely.
Then suit up. We need to go shake down a dirty cop.
You even know how to use a knife, Queen?
Yeah. Sure I do. The pointy bit goes into you, right?
Ha. Funny. There goes your knife. Whatever will you do now?
I guess I could come get yours.
Oh, really? Let's make it interesting then. Come and get it before I do.
I really hate you, Franklin.
Believe me, Queen. The feeling's mutual. I warned you, Queen. I told you to find that killer instinct, but you didn't listen. Looks like I have to show you exactly what it means. What? What did you...
How's that for killer instinct? Is that what you wanted to see?
It's gonna be okay, Ollie. He left you no other choice.
But he...
It was either him or you, and you chose to survive. I know you feel awful right now, but you don't have time to sit and wallow over this. Tiana needs you. You have to keep going.
You're right. She's waiting for me. I need to keep moving.
Attaboy. Just one foot in front of the other.
I suppose I also need to figure out what to do with... Where did China White go?
That can't possibly be good.
What do you mean the new line isn't selling? Don't they know how much material went into... Because of that? That was just a one-time thing. No, you listen! If our investors don't get their returns, they will chew up this fashion empire I have painstakingly built with my own two hands and spit it out into the garbage. Meaning both of us will be out of a job. Unmarketable? All because one lunatic in a hood decided to humiliate me? Yeah, I've seen those offers from Queen Consolidated. I'm not interested in selling anything just for the sake of my image. Because it makes me look guilty. What's that supposed to... You know what? Never mind, you're my publicist. Meaning you're supposed to keep me looking marketable to the public. So I suggest you do your job!
Everything all right, sir?
No, Andre. Everything most certainly isn't.
All this fuss over a nuisance like the Hood. What is this city coming to?
I could not agree more, my friend. Hey, where are we?
After all, it's not as though any of his efforts have really amounted to anything when worthless sacks like you are still breathing.
Stop the car, Andre.
Though I guess it's unfair for me to say you're worthless. If he wasn't so ineffective at what he does, I wouldn't be able to make use of you for my own machinations.
Andre! Let me out of the car now!
I can't do that.
Why the hell not?
Because I have use for you, Mr. Dennis. And because I am definitely not Andre.
You let me out! You let me out right now!
I may need you. But that doesn't mean you need to be conscious.
No. Stay away!
Man, this thing itches. How do you wear a full hood and mask every night without it driving you crazy?
You get used to it. Start thinking about what you want to use to conceal your identity in the future so you won't have to just tie a scarf around your head.
It's the best I could do on short notice.
According to the desk sergeant, Alvarez stepped out of the SCPD half an hour ago, which means he's probably already here.
How can we know for sure?
I know one way we can find out.
Whoa, man. You sure barging through the front door is the best idea? Aren't you usually more sneaky with these kinds of things?
Stealth can be useful if the moment calls for it. Sometimes, though, you want them to know you're coming.
If you say so.
You know who I am?
Reckon I do.
There's someone inside I need to talk to. I need to get in there.
Good for you. Too bad that don't mean shit to me. Freak.
Let me try handling this without causing a scene.
Okay.
Look, my man, we get that you're just doing your job.
Uh-huh.
And we genuinely don't want to cause any trouble that we don't need to. Why don't you just take this as a tip for all your hard work? We go in, we talk to who we need to, then we're out of your hair. What do you say?
I'll take your money, but you still ain't getting in here.
All right, man. We'll do it your way then.
What do you mean my way?
Not yours.
Mine. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hey, watch it.
Julio Alvarez! I need to know where he is, and I need to know now!
To your left. Look to the back. The sweaty-looking guy trying not to be noticed. That looks like Alvarez.
I see him.
Do they always try to run from the consequences of their actions?
Sometimes. It varies from person to person. You're really gonna try to protect a dirty cop?
We don't care what he is or what you want with him. You don't take kindly to vigilantes busting up our establishment and harassing our patrons.
Fine. You got this while I head after Alvarez?
Me? I don't really think I feel comfortable with...
Do you want to have my back, or keep monitoring the board?
All right, I got your back.
Thanks. Meet me when you can!
Yeah, sure. No sweat.
Julio Alvarez!
Holy shit!
You have failed this city!
Stay the hell away from me, freak!
Oh my god!
You get over here and shut the hell up! You come any closer and I'll...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just go get that son of a bitch!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Careful now.
What?
Wouldn't want to fall.
Who the hell are you?
A representative of the organization that pays you handsomely for your silence.
Oh, you're with them. Oh. Alright, man. You really scared me. I thought you were the green one at first.
I can see that.
Are you here to get him off my case?
Something like that. Tell me, have you spoken to him about your involvement with us?
What do I look like? A snot-nosed rookie? Of course I haven't said anything. Not about them, or anything I do for you guys. He came after me, so I ran.
Very good. What about the press?
You talking about that news report? No, man. Of course not.
Julio, we both know that's not true.
What? But I'm telling you.
I would think long and hard before you use that mouth to lie again.
Okay, look. I might have said something to the press about the Reagan killing, but I didn't know you were part of this.
Ignorance is no excuse for poor decisions. How much?
How much what?
How much did it cost to loosen those booze-addled lips of yours? Again, think before you speak.
It was just like, I don't know, $1,000 maybe?
All that wasted money we give you, and all it cost was a mere $1,000? How upsetting.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I really didn't know. I promise, something like this won't happen again. Please, believe me.
I suppose you're right. After tonight, this definitely won't happen again.
You mean you believe me? Oh, thank Christ. Now, would you mind helping me out of here with my shoulder? The brain is friggin' killing me.
It would be my pleasure to help alleviate your pain.
Huh? Hey, what are you doing? Listen, you can't do this to me. I said I was sorry. I did everything I was sorry.
And we thank you for your service.
Alvarez! Damn it. Plugged that leak for you, but time is running out. Tick-tock, Vigilante. Captain.
There you are. I've been trying to reach you for over an hour. You don't get to just leave me hanging when it's my ass on the line for a message you...
I found the leak.
You... what? Who was it?
Julio Alvarez.
God damn you, Alvarez. I should have guessed it would be him. He's always been a snake in the grass. How'd you find him?
CCTV footage caught him releasing a known criminal into the glades a few weeks ago. Someone who I have a very special interest in finding.
Who was he?
A scumbag gangster called Ricardo Diaz.
Diaz? I've heard of him. Real creep type.
He was also the one who attacked Queen Consolidated earlier this month.
That was Diaz? That doesn't make any sense. The guy's a real cockroach, sure, always keeping at it to try something new to stay in the game, but he's never been that bold. What did Alvarez have to say?
He's dead.
What? How did he... Tell me you didn't...
I had no other intention other than talking to Alvarez. The other Archer got to him first.
The other guy? You're sure?
As sure as I'm looking at one of his arrows sticking out of Alvarez's mouth like it's a calling card.
Well, that's just great. Dirty or not, Alvarez was a cop. That makes 6 cops he's killed in less than a day. This guy's gonna be branded a serial killer by morning once the press gets wind of it.
You may not like how this sounds, but that might be easier to control now that Alvarez is at least dealt with.
You're right. I don't like that at all. Even if that was good news, how do we even know for certain it was Alvarez?
The other Archer left me a note with a body, saying he plugged the leak for me.
Shit. Shit. Every time I turn around, this whole thing just keeps getting worse. I have no idea what any of this even means.
Take a deep breath. Let's start at the beginning.
Alright. So what's Diaz's role in all of this?
He's the middleman of the Viper operation.
And I can only imagine that means Alvarez has been on their payroll for a lot longer than just freeing Diaz from custody.
More than likely.
So if Alvarez got paid to set your guy free, then the other Archer decides to kill him after talking to the press.
And presumably to stop him from talking to me about Diaz and whatever he may have known about Viper.
Then, wouldn't that mean...
The Archer also works for whoever runs Viper.
How much deeper do you think this all goes? Because Alvarez snitched and got dealt with within a day. Which means either this guy is really good at finding things out,
or someone else helped him find Alvarez. It's too early to tell without more leads.
Yeah, and now the only one we might have had is lying dead at your feet.
Well, we aren't going to find out anything else if we lose our calm.
You don't get to tell me to be calm. Not only do I have a dead, dirty officer on top of all the others, but now I don't know how many more there might still be in this station or beyond. There's no telling who else is in this organization's pocket.
We just have to keep doing what we've been doing and keep each other informed. You help me, and I help you, remember?
Seems to be doing wonders for us so far.
We'll find a lead eventually.
But I just don't... okay, you're right. Stressing myself out over something I can't control won't do anything except put me in an early grave. Sorry, I lost my cool there for a second. I just hate standing on the sidelines not knowing what to do.
You're the captain of the SCPD. You're also one of the most headstrong and aggressive people I've ever met.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
My point is, I have no doubt you'll figure out what to do. You just keep trusting your instincts, and that will never lead you astray from the right thing.
No doubt, huh? So, for the record, I still think you're a lunatic and a criminal.
Noted.
But, thanks for the vote of confidence. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You made it.
Yeah. 6 bruised ribs and a split lip later. Where's Alvarez?
Right here.
What the heck happened up here?
Look at the arrow in his throat.
The other Archer? But why kill Alvarez?
Alvarez was our leak. The Archer left me this to gloat about it.
Guy seems like a bit of a narcissist to go the extra step of leaving you a note. Still doesn't explain why he'd care about plugging a leak.
It doesn't? Think about it, John.
I am thinking. And I don't see why he would care about killing someone who spoke up about him when all this will do is cause more of a spectacle.
What do the clues up here tell you?
Seriously? You're gonna play instructor with me now? At a murder scene?
Consider it on-the-job training. Analyze everything you see on this rooftop and tell me what you think happened.
When I was overseas, there was this warlord who was notorious at humiliating his enemies before ending them. Every death was staged to mark the offense. I see a lot of that here. This feels personal.
Go on.
The brutality for this kind of shot shows more than just malice. If he wanted to just kill Alvarez, he could have used any number of easy methods to do it. But he wanted to make an example of him.
He made him a warning against those who could potentially speak out next.
But if that's true, then he was here doing more than just plugging the leak that spoke to the press. He was silencing Alvarez from talking to us about what else he might know.
Like the Diaz situation. Or Viper.
You thinking it's that connected?
After tonight, I do. Which makes our Archer a hitman rather than a skilled serial killer. He's tidying up loose ends for whoever's been putting this garbage on the street.
I guess that makes us a loose end too. Great. You know, man, when I joined up with you, I thought we would mostly be stomping down on some street crime or scaring some twisted old capitalists or politicians. But this?
Is this becoming more than you can handle?
No, I didn't say that. I need a moment to recalibrate my scope, that's all.
Easy there. Just lean on me.
Where to now?
Home. As much as I hate to say it, we're not going to find anything else until he strikes again, or unless he makes a mistake. You did good for your first night in the field, John. You're more of a natural to this than I thought.
Oh, honestly, I think you might have been right about me needing a little more time to, how did you put it, relearn the way of the battlefield?
We were both right. Come on, let's get you back to base. There are several ice packs there with your name on them.
Finally, some actual good news.
More interference from the Hood and the other local vigilante. Perfect. Should he decide to interfere, I'm certain he can be dealt with. So much for certainty. I suppose I should go ahead and get this over with. Well, there are your blue flowers, Malcolm. Along with the location of your secret island. But what the hell is this other stuff? Are these the experiments we've been doing?
Please, no more. It hurts.
Come now, Marvin.
Please.
You've been doing good so far. We just have one more little test you need to take, and we'll have everything we need.
No, stay away from me.
Restrain him and give him the next dose.
No, no!
Oh my god.
Hey, Speedy. Ready for lunch?
Hey, Ollie. Just finishing something up. Give me a minute.
You know, you would probably be able to find whatever you're looking for if you didn't scatter all of your papers everywhere.
You have your organizational methods, Big Brother, and I have mine.
Well, in that case, you should probably open this up then, before you lose track of it.
What's this?
A peace offering. I really love what you said at the Christmas party about why Mom loved doing parties, but you missed something. She also did it to bring people together like family. Nothing was more important to our mother than family, and I agree with her.
Ollie?
So, in honor of that, I hope this present can be a starting point for us to become close again like we were before. I know I've been different and distant and just odd all around, but I hope this might help you understand a little more.
A framed photo?
You don't recognize it? That picture was taken at your high school graduation. It was the last picture we took as a family, before Mom and Dad passed away.
I had almost forgotten we had taken this. Look at my hair! Look at yours. But why give this to me?
When I was on that island, I pretty much lost everything in terms of belongings. But I always carried that photo with me. I looked at it as often as I needed to remind myself that someone was waiting for me to come home. It was like having you with me every day. I decided I wanted you to have it so we could do the same for you. If you're ever having a bad day, you can just look at it and remember that your big brother's here and he's got your back.
Ollie, it's too early to be making me cry.
Speedy, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to talk about what's going on with me on the inside, or even what happened to me on that island. But I do know I don't want to shut you out. I love you, Thea, and I can't do any of this normal life stuff without my baby sister. We're all the family we have left.
I know. And it's okay. I'll always be here if you ever feel like you can open up.
As much as I never want this to end, one of us has to stop hugging at some point.
I'm sorry I was being so rude at the party.
Don't be. I deserved it. Don't ever apologize for calling me out on the things I'm doing wrong. That's what helps me be a better big brother.
I will be right back. I just need to go make a call about a report I was asked to look over.
Oh, Speedy. Always moving too fast for your own good. Just like when we were kids. What the hell? Ouroboros. Subject 801. What were you looking at, Speedy? What is that?
Well, this is awkward, isn't it, buddy?
I don't believe this.
Maybe it's not what it looks like. Maybe she just found this somewhere.
Really?
Hey, at least I'm trying to be optimistic. One of us certainly has to.
How could I have been so blind to not see this?
Well, to be fair, you had no reason to even consider this as a possibility, but this is just... wow. You cloning the hard drive?
I need to look through everything that's here before I decide to do anything else.
Looks like Gina was right when she said there was no telling how deep this went.
All right, I'm all set. Let's head to lunch before something else drops in my lap. What are you doing at my desk?
Oh, I was just looking at the photos you have up here. This one in particular. I remember when we took that trip to Coast City with Tommy after Mom and Dad passed. That was a fun weekend.
It was, though. Maybe not for poor Tommy, who spent the last night in jail after drunkenly knocking over that cop who got called to quiet us down. You ready?
Yeah.
You all right? You look upset.
Yeah, everything's fine. I guess thinking about Tommy got me missing him.
I know, Ollie. But I think he would be proud to see what people we've both grown into.
Both of us, huh? You think so?
I know so. Now let's go, Sourpuss. I know just the right place that will cheer you up.
Hey, Jeffy. take a look at this.
Oh, man. This vigilante thing is turning into a real sideshow. Especially now with that Regan guy dead.
But look on the bright side. At least the press isn't dragging our names through the mud anymore.
Really, Mike? A lot of people are dead because of this Black Arrow guy.
Is that really what the press is calling him?
It says it right here in black and white. Black Arrow strikes. Mysterious copycat kills many in Berlanti Towers massacre.
Ugh, I really hate that.
The name or the killings?
Both? Maybe. It's just not a marketable name, you know?
You're really trying to think of better ways for a killer to market themselves?
What can I say, Jeffy? I'm an opportunist.
Mike! Who the...
Please, we'll give you whatever you want. Just don't hurt us.
What I want, Mr. Grell, is for you to shut your mouth so I can hear myself think.
What hit me? It's you!
Yes, Mr. Lemire, I did hit you. Very good.
What do you want?
I'm so glad you've asked. As you can see, I have fastened this unused coat rack to your desk. I've also taken the liberty to hang the cord attached to your necks from the top of said coat rack.
You're gonna hang us?
It's rude to interrupt. Don't get me wrong, it would take me no time at all to dispatch you both with ease. But where's the fun in doing something so simple?
Are you crazy?
Possibly. Now, in just a moment, I'm gonna toss you both out that window.
You are gonna hang us.
What did I say about interrupting? But, for all intents and purposes, yes, you are gonna be hanged. The cord will begin to tighten, and you will begin to asphyxiate as you dangle from your own building. But fear not, for if one of you wishes to live, you will just have to cut the other loose with one of these knives.
But why would we do this?
Is my own sporting amusement not sufficient? I did explain the part about needing to, in order to assure your own survival, yes? Also, as strong as I am, I can only realistically carry one of you out of here. I'm just going to let you be the ones to choose which one that will be.
No!
Jeff!
No, Mike. This is insane. I'm not playing this stupid game for his amusement. Ah!
Then I guess it's a good thing I didn't give you a choice.
No, please don't do this.
This groveling is so unbecoming. You know, you two are the fourth and fifth targets to debase themselves in such a manner in as little as 2 days.
But...
No buts, Mr. Grell. All of you wealthy gentlemen have spent years choosing your own livelihoods and your own self-interests over the well-being of others. How many of them begged and pleaded only for it to fall on deaf ears? Did you really believe you were so above those you had exploited that nothing horrible would eventually befall you? Did you forget that you too are just as human as your own victims?
Well, I guess I never really stopped to think about that.
Neither did I.
Why don't you both ruminate on that while you take in the refreshing night air? I'd think quickly if I were you. I'd give you at least 30 seconds before your neck snapped under the pressure. I may have spoken too soon. It seems this coat rack may choose for you if you don't decide quickly.
I'm sorry, Jeffy.
Wait!
God. What have I done?
Do not dwell too harshly, Mr. Grell. You're an opportunist after all. You were presented with the challenge of your own mortality over another, and you did what anyone else would do to survive.
This really means I get to live? Thank God.
I wouldn't thank him just yet. You do still have to contend with me up here.
What?
Hey, what's with the brooding? I mean, you're always kind of brooding, but this seems a little more intense. You okay?
We need to talk.
Okay. I kind of figured that from your 911. What's up?
Why didn't you listen to me?
What are you talking about?
Are you really gonna stand here and play dumb with me?
You know, I don't really think I appreciate your tone. Why don't you just cut the shit and come out with what you want to say to me?
I specifically told you not to engage the dealers until we had more information, and you did it anyway.
Yeah, I did. And you know what? I'm not sorry. I also don't remember ever having to ask for your permission before going after the bad guys.
Maybe you don't, but you at least should have taken what I said into consideration before acting recklessly.
Recklessly? I told you when we met, Oliver, that if you want to make a real change, you have to hit them where it hurts, which means their suppliers, their dealers.
No! You don't get to take the moral high ground when you just gave away our only lead to the Viper operation because you couldn't be patient enough and gather more intel first.
And how many more people have died while we gathered intel?
What if they had used the Dragon Viper while you were there? What if they had gotten it into your system?
You really think I would have let them?
You haven't experienced exactly how dangerous this stuff is. You could have been killed. You rushed headfirst into a situation you weren't prepared for, and now Diaz is gonna make sure we can't find them again until it's too late. How many more people do you think are gonna die now because of that?
Okay. You know what? Maybe you were right about doubting this partnership thing, because I don't need this headache any more than you do if this is how it's gonna be.
Where are you going?
I need air. I need some time to think about things.
Are you coming back?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know I can't be around you right now.
Dinah, wait!
What do you think you're doing? Go after her!
Dinah's a grown woman who can make her own choices. If she doesn't want this partnership anymore, I can't make her stay.
That isn't what you were thinking a moment ago. You haven't even told her about Thea yet.
That problem can wait. This is bigger than whatever other personal issues I have at the moment.
What do you want?
Bad day at the office, hon? You sound upset.
You shouldn't sound so confident. Your little display you left me on the roof of the Ace of Spades was more tell than it was show. I know who you're involved with now.
Gold star for you. Too bad it hasn't led you where I'm keeping my hostages.
Hostages?
You mean you haven't heard?
Heard what?
turn on channel 52. I'm sure you can access it somewhere.
Tragedy strikes again as the mysterious Black Arrow drops 45-year-old industrialist Jeffrey Lemire out of his top-floor office window. Building surveillance shows our mystery assailant dispatching the building's security detail before waiting in the office for his soon-to-be victims.
What did you do?
If the deceased name sounds familiar, that's because just like Vincent Reagan, the vigilante known as the Hood had previously targeted Lemire and his longtime business partner Michael Grell earlier this year. With 2 tycoons dead and Mr. Grell now missing, it is presumed that he is being leveraged as a hostage in this ongoing feud between our 2 vigilantes.
I took our game to the next level.
What? This just in. Other previous targets of the Hood, Neil Dennis and Daniel Hargrave, have also been reported missing. Could this also be the work of the Black Arrow? Stay tuned as we continue the coverage of this shocking development.
We'll be right back after this commercial.
Where are they?
This wouldn't be much of a game if I told you now, would I?
Human lives are not a game.
Maybe not the way you play. Is your blood beginning to boil? Are you finally ready to follow me down the rabbit hole?
None of this is going to end well for you.
A bit presumptuous for you to assume it will work out for whom when you can't even find me. It's very disappointing, you know. It's been staring you in the face from the very beginning.
What has?
Well, I hate to leave you hanging like this, but I really must be off. All this waiting has started to put me behind schedule.
Wait!
I suggest you take yourself out from whatever rock you've been hiding under and get to looking, for you two are late for a very important date.
No! Don't hang up! Hello? Damn it!
Something's got you worked up all of a sudden.
I just remembered that I could track the call. Even if he's using a burner phone, I should still be able to triangulate where in town he made the call from and go from there.
Not a bad plan, all things considered.
I probably would have thought of it sooner if I hadn't been wasting time.
Chasing leads and training your team isn't a waste of time.
It is when lives are on the line, and a killer is hunting people for sport.
Okay. So, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for just a second. Since I know this is a thought scratching away at the back of your mind. Is it really a bad thing for him to kill these people? Are these really even people anymore? I mean, just think about all the combined human atrocities they've committed. It's just... woof. I know it's wrong for you to kill them, but this technically isn't anything against him finishing the job. Besides the law, of course, but we're already technically outside of that.
I can't afford to think like that.
And yet, here you are, considering it.
It doesn't matter. It's wrong.
So is what they've done to the innocent people of Star City.
It doesn't matter.
You can't give your subconscious the silent treatment, Ollie. You're just swallowing down what you're really feeling when you do that. Look, I'm not advocating you to commit murder or anything. I'm just helping you go through the thought process on whether it's actually a bad thing for this other guy to commit it. Especially against these kinds of people that definitely don't learn their lesson from just a beating and some scare tactics.
I've got the location.
Oh, good. Something else to distract you from acknowledging your true feelings on this matter.
He called me from somewhere in the Tri-Corner district of the Glades.
Not a lot out in the area.
I've narrowed it down to 3 locations. Let's see. We've got Dunwood Finance.
A little too confined for that many hostages.
Next, there's the legal offices of Archer and Guggenheim.
A bit on the nose, if you ask me.
I know which one it is.
This one? But that's...
what would have been the future home of the Looking Glass. Regan's last project.
Whoa, calm down. Let's think about this.
There's nothing to think about! I was stupid and careless! It was right there in front of me, just like he said. He even started throwing clues at me because I wasn't getting it.
Well, you have had a lot going on. It's understandable to maybe not realize something right away.
You're not talking me out of taking the blame for this. Not when more people ended up dead because of my inaction.
Suddenly I'm remembering a point I made about you not being able to be everywhere at once.
Still doesn't take away the guilt eating away at me.
Where do you think you're going?
To do something about this before more people end up dead.
Even though it means saving some of the worst types of humans the city has to offer?
I don't care who they are or what they've done. They may not be the most morally just of people, but it isn't this psychopath's place to decide how severely someone should pay for their sins.
What about backup?
What backup? Diggs on the mend, and Dinah is wherever she wants to be.
At least call Gina. She's been waiting for a break in this case. You know it's the right thing to do.
I don't need to make her another person caught in the crosshairs of whatever the hell kind of game this bastard is playing.
So you're essentially running in blind. Even after you chastised Dinah for running into a bad situation half-cocked with no real forethought. That's hypocritical.
Yeah. But it's the only choice I've really been left with.
It's really not.
That's enough.
Is it? Or will that be the moment your own stubbornness gets you killed?
I said that's enough!
Dirty water, wash me clean. You'll always be a part of me. There's blood on my hands. There's blood on my
Diana!
Oliver! You're bleeding. Are you hurt?
I'll live. You've got blood too. Are you okay?
It isn't mine.
Oh.
Quickly, let's head for the prison cages before...
You should just give it up. There's two of us. Just one of you.
For now, maybe.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that more than likely the west side of camp has probably heard the commotion and is on their way as we speak. So, I don't have to beat you both, Mr. Queen. I just have to hold you off until they get here.
Ah! Oh!
It was stupid of me to let you live this long. No matter. This is the part where you finally die, Tiana!
Oliver! Oliver!
Are you alright?
She won't be if you take that knife out.
You shut the hell up!
No, Oliver. She's right.
Judging by where the knife landed, I'd say I'd pierced her femoral artery. If you remove it, she'll be dead in minutes. If you leave it, well, there's all kinds of infections she could get out here.
Can you save her?
Oliver, don't.
Can you save her?
My. How the tables turn all of a sudden when another life is on the line. Of course I can. But why would I want to?
I'll owe you something.
Oliver! No!
Interesting.
Do not bargain with the Scorpion for my sake. It would only be a matter of time before she stings you.
How little you think of my moral dignity.
I do not think this of you. I know what you will do. It is simply in your nature to hurt any and everyone you come across.
Well then, with that glowing recommendation, I guess you really just have to ask yourself, Mr. Queen. What is Tiana's life worth to you?
What would you want in return?
Why don't I start with what I will offer you, before I get to what I want?
Oliver, this is a mistake.
I'm not letting you die!
How touching. Anyway, first I will allow you to take enough medical supplies to patch yourselves up and suture that wound in her leg. Any surtering on my part is simply out of the question since I don't care if she dies.
Take it where?
Back to your base across the island, of course. Don't act so surprised that I'm allowing you to leave my camp. I have no desire to keep you here, if only to mitigate any future instances like this from happening. However, I also won't let you leave this island, so your original base is the only worthwhile compromise.
And in return?
In return, we stay away and leave her and her slaves to mine for their narcotics. Da.
Correct. You two can spend your days doing whatever it is you desire so long as you stay away from me. I'll stay away from you.
How do I know you'll keep your word?
Oh, you don't. But you really don't have any better options. I would decide quickly if I were you. There's no telling how little time you have before the rest of my men arrive.
Deal.
You're making a mistake.
One we can argue about later. Now let's go!
But the workers!
Tiana, there's no time! We need to go now!
Very well.
A pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Queen.
Oliver.
All right. Now if I kidnapped a cop and 3 corporate snakes, where would I have hidden them? Okay. That's 3 of you accounted for. Guess we'll just have to move in and see for ourselves where that 4th hostage is.
Oh, dear God. I never thought I'd be so happy to see you.
Where's the officer he's holding as well?
Officer? I don't know anything about that. First it was just me here, and now I have these other 2 guys.
What about all this wire? Know anything about that?
Wire? What the hell are you talking about? Look, man, you gotta get us out of here. You don't know what he's like. He's crazy.
I imagine I'm about to find out exactly what he's like. Hold that thought.
What?
Down the rabbit hole we go, Alice.
You have failed the city. Isn't that the grandiose tripe you're always spouting off at your targets? I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
Well, you can actually. I just feel you should know all the rules first as we move into our final round.
I'm through playing your games. Come out here and we'll finish this face to face.
Don't you mean mask to mask? Don't worry. We'll have our moment together. But First, our attention should really go to the potential collateral damage sitting before you. If you look closely, you'll see the pressure plate just below where the officer sits.
Does this have anything to do with the wiring I found up top?
It does! Very good. That wiring is indeed connected to the top floor, along with at least 10 pounds of C4. If you remove the officer from the plate, well, boom.
Like I would risk that.
Don't speak too soon. That plate is also wired to send a jolt of electricity through it every 2 minutes. After I activate it, the officer will be electrocuted until you either save him or until he goes into cardiac arrest.
My God.
The choice is yours, hero. Will you damn the corrupt executives and save our boy in blue, or will you sacrifice one to save many, knowing exactly how heinous they all are?
What is the point of this? Why go through all this trouble?
Why, punishment, of course.
Punishment?
For your sins. You have been judged for the crime of hubris, Vigilante. You've spent months passing judgment on those who you believe have failed this city, while taking no accountability for your own crimes you commit to enact this judgment. After all, who appointed you the Guardian of Star City?
You mean to tell me you set all this up and murdered all those people as a twisted way to teach me a lesson?
Well, not only that, I also wanted to push you a bit. Really see how capable you are outside of a fight. Besides, have you really done any less to send a message in your pursuit for justice?
What you and I do is not the same. I haven't killed anyone to pursue my goal.
And that is exactly why you need to be punished. The very idea that you believe you can save this city without any human casualty is arrogantly ludicrous. The organization I serve has no need for such frivolity comprising their endeavors, and as such, has ordered you to be taken off the board.
You mean Ouroboros?
My, aren't we a bright boy after all? I genuinely did not even surmise you knew us by name.
What do they want? Why are they pumping Viper into the streets?
But it seems that our name is all you really know. Every time I think you've impressed me, you immediately disappoint. Rest assured though, the whole city will see soon enough.
Enough playing around! You wanted me here! You wanted to try and teach me some sort of lesson? Well, here I am! Let's get on with this!
Impressive reflexes. But not impressive enough! Why don't we stop with the tools and settle this the old-fashioned way? You up for a little more fisticuffs?
Ready when you are.
Surely you can do better than that.
Shut up.
For a moment there, it seemed like you were gonna snap my neck. I'm gonna make you regret that hesitation. You know, I was hoping for a bit more after all the uproar you've caused. I bet you thought that you could do all of this without a problem, that saving the city was just going to be as easy as threatening some foolish tycoons into doing the right thing, and then all was going to be right with the world. Did you believe this organization would be as simple as that? Believe me, you have no idea who you're dealing with. Oh, have you not had enough yet? You're persistent, Hood. I'll give you that. Oh no, you don't get to win that easily.
What have you done?
I've almost won the game, it seems.
You killed them!
Correction.
No!
Now I've killed all of them. So now what? You want to go best 2 out of 3? I guess somebody's a sore loser.
Come on, buddy. You got this.
Tommy, help. Please.
You can do it. You just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward, just like on the island, remember? Yikes. Looks like you got hit pretty bad back there, my friend.
I know. I just need to get them out.
Just don't go passing out. Come on, stay with me. What are you thinking about doing to get rid of the excess?
That wall should do.
It's gonna hurt like a son of a bitch, but yeah, that should work.
I felt worse.
That's the spirit.
Diggle, Dinah, anybody, help.
Oliver, you there, man? Oliver, come in. What's your 20? Oliver? Oliver!
You gotta hold still, or else it's gonna hurt a lot worse.
Pain is unavoidable. However, you could try to be more gentle.
Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't exactly go to med school.
Keep me distracted then. What kind of school did you go to?
Depends on the year, to be honest.
What?
I kind of flunked out of 4 different colleges. Hey, hold still, it's not that funny.
I'm sorry. I've genuinely never heard of something like that before. How does something like that even happen?
I guess there just wasn't anything there to really grab my attention.
Unlike dealing with gunfire and bloodthirsty mercenaries.
Oh yes. I tell you, my mind has never been more focused than it has been in these past days. There you are. Good is relatively new. Whoa! Where do you think you're going? You don't need to be putting any weight on that for a while.
We have to keep moving. It's not safe here.
We aren't going anywhere until you rest. You're hurt. And frankly, so am I.
But what about...
We don't need to worry about China White. Not now, anyway.
Why? Because of your deal with her?
Our deal with her. We stay out of her business and she leaves us alone.
And you think she will honor this? Knowing what you know about her now?
I don't know anything about anyone, okay? Not about her, or you, or any of what just happened. I genuinely do not know. But I didn't sign up for fighting off a militia. I was just trying to survive.
And how long do you think we'll survive if we stay here? There may not be many places for us to hide on this island. But we certainly shouldn't make ourselves sitting targets for her. When she inevitably goes back on her world.
I wouldn't even know who she is if it wasn't for you. You stumbled into my camp. I got taken because her men were following you. I may not know what the deal is between you two, but it certainly shouldn't have been made into a problem I had to deal with. I had enough problems already being stuck on an island in the middle of nowhere.
You're right.
I am?
You're right, Oliver. This shouldn't have been your problem to deal with. I got so caught up in fighting my own battle here that I immediately just conscripted you into my crusade. I apologize.
It's not all on you, okay? When I saw firsthand what her men were doing to those prisoners, everything you said started sinking in. I chose to help you. I chose to fight my way out of there with you, rather than just do nothing.
Why did you choose to help me? As you said, we don't really know each other.
Honestly, I really don't know. It was just instinctive. Like something in me knew that I should trust you. Maybe I was just too stoked about getting to interact with another person again after all this time. The last person I ever saw until I met you was my friend Tommy.
Was he on the boat you were on?
He was.
What happened?
He died. In our shipwreck. He died choosing to save me. The last thing he said to me before I fell into the water was, survive. And I've been doing my best, trying to honor him with that. But I'm not a hunter or a warrior. I'm just Oliver Queen. A spoiled brat billionaire who is getting exactly what he deserves by being trapped on this island.
Maybe that is who you were. But they say the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires.
What does that mean?
It means that you are already changing beyond the person you used to be, into someone stronger, someone better. That Oliver Queen, who washed up here, would not have given a second thought to those ailing workers. But what does your heart tell you even now, amidst everything we've been through?
That those workers need our help. That we should fight back.
Even though that will challenge our deal?
Yes. They deserve better than being made slaves for the Triad.
Very good. Like you, they too deserve to be home with their families. You want to honor your friend by living, but blindly surviving while ignoring the pains of others honors no one. You honor the dead by fighting. Fighting for yourself and for others to live.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
In our current state, we are both in no condition to take on China White or her militia.
Then let's take this time I've gotten us to prepare me for what's coming.
My thoughts exactly. Be warned. I can forge you into a weapon, but the road to the destination will not be an easy one.
I'll do it. Whatever it takes.
then I suggest you say goodbye to the Oliver Queen you once believed yourself to be. To become a weapon, I must break you down and rebuild you.
Into what, exactly?
To fight the enemy we have before us, you have to become someone else. You have to become something else. You're absolutely certain you're up for this?
The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires, right? When do we start?
First thing in the morning.
God damn it. Oh, these stupid plants. Don't know why anyone would want to meet at a damn botanical garden. Nothing here but leaves and bugs. Hello? Hello? Anyone else here?
Keep it down before you make yourself a liability.
What the hell are you supposed to be? Where's Mr. Merlin?
Mr. Merlin is otherwise indisposed at this moment. I'll be your handler now, from this point on. Mr. Merlin thought it would be best if I assisted in the monitoring of the Dragon Viper at this stage of the operation.
I don't take orders from freaks in masks. Why don't I call him and find out about this?
I was told you could be impertinent, so let me put things plainly for you. We have a job to complete and not much time to do it, so you and I will be working together to keep everything on schedule, and we will do so as a cohesive unit. Do you understand?
Well, I guess when you put it that way.
Good. Any updates or problems will be passed directly to me going forward. Do you have anything useful that I can pass on to Mr. Merlin?
The tests have been working like he said they would. The aerosol spray is more potent than we originally projected it being, though. They aren't lasting for very long.
We might need something to stabilize the mixture. I'll see about what we need to do to get to work on that. You, keep working with the test subjects till then. Make sure the dealers are hitting the streets according to schedule.
What about the hood and the blonde in leather? If she already found us at the docks, that might mean it's time to relocate.
That process has already begun, and the previous site handled. You'll be updated as soon as the new one is established. As for the vigilante, he's been dealt with, for now. Should anything else transpire with him, then I will deal with it. Don't worry about him or his associates until otherwise bidden to do so. Just perform your task as requested, little dragon. Now go! Not a bad hit, all things considered. You're certainly more resilient than I gave you credit. Too bad it didn't amount to much in this particular outing. However, chalk it up to the pain in my hand, but I have this aching feeling that we aren't finished with each other yet.
I suppose we both just live to fight another day. Don't we, Vigilante?
Green Arrow Year 1 stars Jake Johnston as Oliver Queen. Gina Stockwell as Dinah Lance. Cliff Jones as John Diggle. Summer Rose as Thea Queen. J.D. Schaus as Malcolm Merlin. And the Dark Archer. Lauren Moore as Gina McKenna. Kat Leroy as Tayana Kenyaziv. Noelle Pennison as Chen Na Wei, Henry Schultz as Franklin, with Wyatt Bowden as Tommy Merlin and Bill Murphy, and Joseph Buzlinski as Ricardo Diaz. Featuring additional voices by Wyatt West, Alex B., J.D. Schaus, Cliff Jones, Summer Rose, Henry Schultz, Noel Pennison, Kalima Acevedo, and Wyatt Bowden. Story written and directed by Wyatt Bowden. Music scored by Wolf Number 9. Featuring additional music scored by the Knighthood Project. Audio engineered by Billy Mazzell. Series art by Evan Collin. Edited by Joseph E.W. Series produced by CBW Productions. In the month that's passed since Oliver was defeated by the man he is now calling the Dark Archer, his mind has now become heavy as he begins to question the meaning of his crusade. Conversely, the deeper she falls into the web of Ouroboros, Thea is reminded of her mother's strength and integrity as her own is called into question by Malcolm Merlin. Next time on Green Arrow Year 1, Queen of Hearts. Do you truly doubt yourself? Or are you simply afraid of what you're becoming?